So why is it that we talk to pregnant women about miscarriages and cot death but not stillbirth, which is 10 times more common than cot death? Some bereaved parents have never even heard of this term stillbirth, even when their lives are devastated by this tragedy. Many ask why they were never told it could happen. Around 61,000 babies are born prematurely in the UK every year. Premature birth is the biggest killer of babies in the UK. Tragically, around 1,200 babies die in the UK each year after being born too soon. Many others who survive a very early birth develop long life problems such as cerebral palsy, blindness, and learning difficulties. Despite these dangers, little is known about why women go into labour too soon. As well as this, miscarriage is the most common type of pregnancy loss. Studies reveal that anywhere from 10 to 25% of all clinically recognised pregnancies will end in a miscarriage. Taking 10 times more lives than cot death, stillbirth is more than a personal tragedy, it's a public health crisis. Urgent advances are needed to understand and raise awareness for the causes of stillbirth and how it can be prevented. So why is there a silence surrounding baby loss, and not enough knowledge surrounding these issues? Society generally expects men to be strong and supportive.
Being part of your child's birth is one of the greatest experiences I've ever had. The pleasure in life, the emotions that run through you are amazing. One minute you're smiling and the next you're crying with joy, and the feeling when you hold your newborn is indescribable. Being a father watching your partner going through a miscarriage is very hard, because you don't have the emotional connection of the unborn baby you haven't had. The body changing feeling that's an expected mother has had. It's very difficult to talk to your partner about what is going on, always saying the wrong thing and being insensitive. It's not that you are, it's just the connection with the baby just isn't the same as the mother's. I think women should talk about miscarriage and stillbirth because it's a release and therapy, as they usually talk to someone they know who has been through the same experiences and find it's not anything they've done wrong. I believe men don't talk about these issues. It's more to do with men find it hard to find someone that will want to listen. Men don't have like a mum's page on social media, and it's hard for men to understand what the women have been through. I believe it is important to talk about these issues and feel the man should be involved in the doctor's appointments after such losses, so that at least men might be able to get a little insight into what caused the loss. I believe that any births after this date should be recorded and registered, and also that it would allow a funeral and a place to go to remember it, and it would also help with the healing process. I personally didn't feel there was enough support out there after the miscarriage. Basically being told to go home and it would be over soon doesn't really help anybody.
There are many support groups in the UK for bereavement and parents and for their families. Some support groups are run by parents who've experienced stillbirth or by healthcare professionals such as baby loss support workers or specialist midwives.
When our baby arrived into the world fast asleep, we learned we were very proud parents of a beautiful baby girl. We decided to call her Gabriella. I've been very lucky to have a couple of friends go out their way to comfort me. One friend found a very helpful blog called Amy Antoinette on baby loss. I found this very moving read, and it related to what I was thinking and feeling. My friend also sent me a copy of a book by Suzanne Conway, which has been another source of support. Another friend signposted me to Tommy's, which I found an incredibly helpful resource. I have found support in chatting things through with friends who have very sadly gone through similar experiences. As a way of saying thank you to Tommy's and to support their mission for medical research into miscarriage, stillbirth and premature birth, a group of friends and I are completing various fundraising events.
The biggest charities are SANS and Tommy's. SANS is a UK charity that works across the country to support anyone affected by the death of their baby, improve the care bereaved parents receive from the healthcare and other professionals, and reduce the number of babies who die by funding research and working closely with other organisations to create a world where fewer babies die. Tommy's are the largest charity funding research into the causes of miscarriages, stillbirth and premature birth. Tommy's also provide information for parents-to-be to help them have a healthy pregnancy and baby. Because of the silence around the subject, some people may not reach out for the support.
I then started to make a birth plan. I wanted simple things such as being able to walk after my waters broke. No catheter, no epidural, things that I thought were pretty reasonable considering I was going to labouring. A while after, I was diagnosed with preeclampsia and diabetes, and they told me that the baby had low fluid levels, so they might have to take her at 30 weeks. I was around 28 weeks pregnant at this time. After fighting with my doctors, I finally got them to not take her. No medication for any issue. I don't believe in medication. My husband deployed when I was 3 weeks away from my due date, going on 7 months deployment. 2 days after he left, I found out that the baby was breached. They didn't give me an option to do anything besides a C-section. Devastated, I was going to have a major abdominal surgery without my husband there, and there was nothing I could do about it. Being the type of person I am, I reluctantly agreed as long as they would wait until my water broke. They didn't at first, but luckily the morning I was supposed to go in, my doctor cancelled due to too many emergency surgeries. My water broke 2 days later and I had a healthy, beautiful baby girl weighing 15 pounds, 13 ounces.
World Prematurity Day is a global movement to raise awareness of premature birth and sometimes the devastating impact it can have on families. It's held on the 17th of November. People, charities come together to talk about the premature birth and take action on behalf of the 15 million babies born early every year.